My name is Anand Kadakol. I have created an organic farm out of nothing. It's been operational for the last 14 years, and we've created some fantastic story from the farm. I'll share that with you. A little bit of my background. I was a corporate guy. I used to work in Southeast Asia and later in Middle East. In the fintech space, I used to work for financial institutions, global companies, based out of Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta at some point of a time. And the last part of my career was in Dubai. So there was always a feeling that we had that we used to go back. We have to go back to our roots. We have to connect with our roots and do what we want to do coming out of India. So in 2017 we came back. We established ourselves in tier 2 town. We didn't want to go to a big city. Tier 2 towns have its own charm. We've got a farm. It's a 15-acre farm, which we have been developing since 2010. So the planning was that when the farm is ready for the yield is when we came back. And since 2017, we are here. I do farming on one side. We develop products. I also engage with a lot of incubators in this North Karnataka region, where I work with the startups of various kinds. And of course, I've invested in a few startups on my own. So this farm that we have created called Devataru Farm, it's a 15-acre farm. It's located in North Karnataka. It's in Kittur region. It's semi-malnad, so which means it's half coastal and half this side, which is the plains, right? So it's just in between on the edge. So you'll find rains which are at times which are heavy, and at times it's a combination of all of these things. So we had to figure out a crop which is suitable for this particular zone. The zone that we are in, it's Dharward as a market where we have the primary crop on the horticulture sector is after Raigad, Ratnagiri, which is Apus. This is where the whole activity happens on the mango side, right? So that the mango is a big sector. If you excuse me for a second, I'm already at home. There's somebody is ringing the door. I just will go and take a look. Just give me a minute. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. So Hapus mangoes, which is the Alfonso mangoes, is a big belt. We've got some 10,000 hectares of mango here. The reason this is a good belt is because the climatic conditions in this zone is very close to climatic condition based out of Ratnagiri and Raigad and other areas. The quality of mangoes are excellent from this zone. So we got involved in development of the farm. And then from day one, we had one goal in our mind, that we will make this farm totally chemical free. From pesticide point of view, fertilizer point of view, anything that goes, the overall endeavor was to make it organic, certified, and no chemicals would enter the farm. That was the goal from day one. There's a lot of learning in the whole process. Soil content, the carbon content in the soil, the nutrients in the soil, and all of this was a journey. This was like it took a couple of years for us to understand this. And once we got a hang of it, we were completely involved in this particular process. And then we continued to develop products in the farm using the materials which are available in the farm. Things like the neem extracts. There is one leaf called Ekki. It's a juicy, milky, juicy leaf, which is generally, it grows all over the place. It's a fantastic pesticide. We've got there's another linseed kind of material, that tree, right? Then of course neem is one more thing that we have, and of course there is one cactus. It's called Kalnar. It's locally grown. Mostly all the farms have it. All the farms, including plains, will find this little bit of cactus, which is very, very potent. I mean, it's a very potent cactus. We make pesticide out of that. That is one more very good stuff. So there are 4 or 5 of those from a pesticide point of view. Then we have got the other things that we make out of from a fertilizer point of view. There's a host of things that happens in the farm, right? Starting from everybody does the Chivam growth. We've got Panchagavya, which is again 5 things that we fermented over a period of 1 month, right? Neem cake is another thing that everybody uses, but we use it in a very different way. We've got healthy bacteria which we get from agri universities earlier. Then we work with the neem for a month so that this healthy bacteria grow inside the neem cake itself, right? So this is a process in itself. It takes a month. So 1 ton of neem cake becomes 2 ton in size after a month, right? And that is a fantastic application that goes into it. And of course, everything that grows in the farm is in the farm. I'm happy to tell you that for the last 14 years, we have not tilled the land in the farm. There's no tilling, right? There's absolutely no deep tilling. Yeah? Only a small belt where we want to do a little bit of vegetables is where there's a surface, tilling. It's not tilling, but it's removal of the weeds in some sense. But then the whole farm, we haven't tilled for the last 14 years, right? 0. So this is where the local farmers all over our farm, when they visit the farm and when they start looking at the soil which is there, everything else, it is a very different feeling for them. But these people haven't seen an earthworm in the last probably 10 years, right? Because of heavy pesticides they use, herbicides, Roundup and all of those things, which is extremely dangerous, but then they completely spoil the whole soil scenario. But when they come to this farm, the whole of activity that is happening within the soil, you can see layers and layers of fungus inside, which is a very healthy sign, and things like that, right? So we also got, we got hold of 13 different kinds of bacteria and 5 different kinds of fungi, Metarhizium, Bavaria bassiana, Verticillium lechanii, and all of those things. We got master culture of that from somewhere, and then we are developing this within the farm. And so we've got 100-liter barrels where we grow these cultures, and these cultures are every month they go back into the farm as an input, right? So we've got trichoderma, we've got NPK bacteria, we've got phosphorus bacteria, we've got sulfur bacteria, we've got potassium bacteria, all of those things, these are bacteria which are naturally available in a healthy soil. You go to a forest normally which has been untouched, no fires, whatever, you'll find them in the soil, right? But then somebody extracted them, made cultures out of it, and those things we're using. The result of all of these activity is kind of very simplistic. The quality of mango that is produced, it's unimaginable in terms of taste. and texture and everything else, right? When we sent out these mangoes, I still remember the first year when we started this process, we were this whole lot of mangoes which we had grown. We spent 2 years of our crop in sending sampling to all the customers that are aware. I mean, I was aware of not only here but also in Dubai. We sent out these samples, probably to good friends of ours. We would say, okay, take these 10 dozens of mangoes, distribute it to your close friends. I want people to taste it, right? Because it is exceptional in quality. I mean, if you know and remember, I mean, if you like mangoes, you know that last 20 years, 25 years, the quality of mangoes deteriorated in the market like anything. I still remember 30 years ago, I'm mango aficionado. I like mangoes very much. The whole family, in the season, you probably eat around 30, 40 dozens of mangoes that way. But, the quality of mango had completely deteriorated. So you bring some mango, they're sour, they get spoiled in 2 days, 3 days. It is because, the ripening agents are added to this particular, like all fruits. Every fruit today has got ripening agents, right? Mango also has calcium carbide and very heavy chemicals which are added there. What it does is it converts the color of mango from green to yellow. That's it. Yeah. It doesn't ripen them in some sense. Yeah. So that is, and everybody's used to it. I mean, this is because the consumers, like all of us, when you go to market, we say, give me yellow mangoes, give me this, give me that. They should be looking good. They should be of good size. And this is the reason why the traders also have figured that out, right? And they started giving everybody yellow mangoes. Yeah. And it doesn't, if you believe me, we didn't eat mangoes for the last probably 10, 15 years, right? Because I knew the way the things were happening in the market. We physically used to see things there, right? But when it comes to the mangoes that we grew, it's total nostalgia. When to whomever we sent, everybody said only one thing, right? That they went back 30 years in their life. They remembered good old days with their parents. Parents used to go and bring green mangoes from market, put it under the bed with rice husk or whatever, rice, rice hay and husk and everything. And then you go and peek every day and see, is there any mango ripe here? And I want to, and then the struggle between whoever gets that ripe mango is the one who will run away and sit under a tree to eat that mango. So people remember that. The reason is when everybody wants a mango which is, ripe and stuff like that, we sent out fresh harvested mango, green ones, to our customers in a nice pack, and requested customers to keep it for 12 days to 15 days. Yeah, because that is the time frame for mango after harvesting, when the mango is mature, right? To bring it to market, to bring it to edible stages, it takes not 12 to 14 days, 15 days, right? That is a natural process of mango converting its sour ingredients inside into a tasting ingredient, number one. Number two is when you do the harvesting of mango, people generally remove the stem which is attached to mango. Right? They remove it and clean it. There's a juice that comes out, and you clean that particular mango out, especially ones that go to US. You have to clean it. You have to put it in some chemical and clean it, right? But what people do not realize is that juice is the one that converts the sour mango into the sweet mango. If you remove it, then the taste of mango is gone. The aroma is gone, right? So we preserve it. So when we harvested, the stem is along with the mango, pack it nicely, send it out, and it remains in the box at customers' place for 12 to 15 days. And customers, when we explain to them the whole concept, they suddenly remember, oh, as a child we used to do this. So this is not new, right? It's just that our behavior has changed now, but then this is the actual behavior. But when the mangoes come out, the whole house fills with aroma of those mangoes, and that is the difference that we brought to the product. Ever since we've created our own market, we haven't sold to any distributor, any dealer, any shops, nothing. We pack here and send. We pack here and send. Right. We've got some corporate clients who take 400, 500 dozens in a year, and they distribute it to their clients everywhere. So the way the business grew was, one happy customer gets a visitor to their house, and they give this mango out. That customer, the second degree, right? They ask, where is the mango from, right? And then that second degree customer connects with us, and that way we've reached 6 degrees of connections, right? So that is how the whole business grew for us. Every year, whatever we grow, it completely, it's booked before the season starts off. And the greatest feeling that I have is people in Bombay who used to buy big chunks of Ratnagiri Hapus, when they tasted this, they stopped those mangoes and started taking parts, and that is a extremely big win for us, right? But we didn't stop at that. So we've created a brand, we've gone out and we started doing it. We send supplies out to Dubai. They're also their customers every year. So COVID year, there was a little bit of a problem. We couldn't send goods out. So we had to waste 1 year of this thing. I mean, it was a waste because there was nothing available. The year after that, while COVID had come out a little bit, but then there was this huge issue of fruit flies, right? It hit our zone, our bed very badly. And because the courier was not properly working, we couldn't get the traps. So that year also, we lost a lot of crop in that sense. But after that, we've come back. But then, weather is totally unpredictable, right? So 1 year there's a lot of rain, the other years there's no rain. Like, for example, last year, the rain was so excessive that the moisture in the ground remained till November, December, right? And it's very bad for mango as this thing. So how does mango tree, I'm sure everybody knows, how does mango tree starts flowering? Is when there's a stress in the soil, right? As in there is no liquid, no moisture available. Then the plant thinks that, I need to replicate because I don't know what is going to happen if there's no water in the soil, right? That is when it starts flowering. And then, so that is the cycle for mango. But last year, because the moisture was so heavy, the flowering was late, the harvesting was late, right? So when the fruits came out last year, they came out in the middle of very hot sun, right? And the rains did not happen in the month of March, which is the holy time the rains happen, right? You need the rain, the fruits are growing. We need that, right? Did not happen. So result of that is that a lot of spongy tissue in Alfonso mango. Yeah. So for a lot of people, they send the goods out. Customers, did not like the mango because half of them is spoiled, right? So we decided that we are not going to send it to our customers, right? So what did we do? We started converting mangoes into 2 different products. Yeah, this was just last year. One was we started converting them into mango flakes. I have some samples here. I'll show you. These are processed dry mangoes. Yeah, which is from earlier this season. It's still there, right? So we process this into flakes. We process them into powder, mango powder. Flakes is eaten. Mango powder is, So it is in the powder form. This goes into lassi, smoothies, and everything else. So we didn't stop with this. So we use the same technology for chiku, right? Flakes and powder. Then we went on to develop this for strawberry flakes and powder, jamun, which is a very, very good diabetes kind of a material. right? We grew very high quality turmeric. So this is around 4.5%, 5%. There's some samples that we have are even 7%, 7.5% curcumin, right? I mean, curcumin, turmeric is a product that is used every day. But then I can tell you, this sample when we sent to a friend to Algeria for them to try it out, the customer there who uses turmeric, he said the food tasted today very different. Yeah, the same ingredients, everything else is same. Why is it different? Because turmeric, what they used was this, right? So it changes the whole scenario for material. That is what we've developed. So what we've done now is created this whole lot of product cycles, converted them into different form, flakes, powders, right? Everything else. We have got access to certain honeys. We have got honeys which are single source flower, which means we have got honey which is only eucalyptus flower. We have got only lychee flower. We've got only mustard flower, and then there are multifloral honey. You've got an access to this from the market. So with this, we've created a brand. The brand is called PO, P-O. It represents pure and organic. But coincidentally, this is totally coincidental. Okay, I mean, we didn't plan for this to happen. Po also means pure in Sanskrit. Yeah, so it's totally coincidental. We created the brand, and of course, we've registered it and for trademark. And the moment registration is over, now we are going out to market with this product. So we have done sampling here. We have done sampling in Hong Kong. We have done sampling in Jakarta. We have done sampling in Dubai, and there are some more sampling which are yet to happen in Australia and some more markets, yeah, Thailand and some more markets. And of course we've also done product development in Horeca, the hotels and restaurants as a market, right? So we've gone to premium hotels where the combination of these they can use in making shots, they can use in making smoothies and everything else. The response that we have got is kind of unbelievable. The reason is, if you go and have lassi today, it might be probably puree, which is there, or most of the time it is flavoring. It is chemical flavoring, right? Any other product, including vanilla, everything that you have is a flavoring business, and there's nothing real in it. So when these real things go into the product that they were trying to develop, their customers have completely changed the game for us. So that is one segment we are trying to develop. Similarly, both the Hong Kong and Jakarta and Dubai market, we are working on this simple concept where we take this product. The product is used by somebody who's going to use it to work on it on a Horeca segment, but also finally B2C customers. So the methodology for us is, again, I've got my own customer base, which has been built for Mango. They trust us. They've been trusting us for the last 5-6 years. So they believe whatever products that we bring are going to be of very high quality, no preservatives, no additives, and nothing goes in it. And of course, we try and endeavor two things. One is, of course, we are certified in POP and NOP. We bring products which are certified, or at least which are totally naturally grown. In a sense, some of the haldi that we have seen, they are grown in forests by some tribal, right? They don't know any chemicals. The product is just there. They grow it and then they harvest it. They sell. So those kind of products. We have got some certain grapes. Grapes you cannot get organic. It's very difficult, right? It's very, very difficult. So we have got grapes which are totally naturally grown grapes. There's zero chemical in this, and these are the sun-dried, right? So that's why you see the coloring of these grapes is is darkish brownish in color, while the grapes that you eat at home today are golden brown in color. Yeah, but that is dipped in sulfuric acid uh, to retain the shape. Yeah, not this. So we've got access to this. We know the farmer personally. We've spent time and of course I consume this. So I only consume it because I have not eaten grapes for the last 10 years, mind you, probably 15 years. Yeah, but uh, I consume it because it's just there. So these are the products we're bringing. We've created a website. We will be launching very soon. We've got our own customer base. The first round is when we go to our customers and they start working on it. They start ordering whatever we have. And then in the next round, we will go out to the other customers out there. Is there a possibility of a little bit of premium on this when we do it in such a way? Yeah, of course. The mangoes we sell in the market are at least 3 times the rate that I get in the local market. Yeah, because it's a lot of hard work that goes in. Our customers understand it. There's zero discussion from customer on the rate side of stuff because finally, the who is my customer? People who are my friends and families and their friends and their friends and their friends who buy the mangoes. No, they are not the customers. It is the children of those customers who have got hooked to mango, and if they say that they need that mango, the customers, they just order, right? But it doesn't mean that we charge exorbitantly unreasonable price. They're still lower than any other organic brand in the country. Yeah, but we are able to sell it to them at least 2 or 3 times the cost compared to a local non-organic product that day. So similarly, all the other products that we have, we're going out to market, and we will, work on this produce. And we are constantly looking for products which are of high quality. We don't believe in quantity as in thousands of tons of good needs to be worked upon. We do not believe in the GMV business, the gross merchandise value. Right? It's all about quality of the product. If the quality is good, customers will come. Customers will retain with you. They will remain with you, and they will remain for a very long time. I mean, it's been almost 3 years since I've exported to Dubai because COVID and this and that and everything else put together. This year we couldn't do because of the sponge tissue issue. But customers even today, they keep calling and they keep connecting and saying, hey, why we need the produce, and can you send it out, and this and that. So that is a promise. The promise is you work on very high quality products. You work with farmers, work very hard to for them to allow to grow some of these produce. We work with them, pick up goods from them, give them a good value, right? Probably 50% more than what the market was, giving them. Because I'm a farmer, I understand the hard work that goes behind the work they do. I'm not a trader, which is an important point. Don't trade in that sense, right? So that is how we've created. So it's 5:30, right on dot. I'll close my this thing, open for questions. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Anand, for the detailed talk. I'll take a few questions. So, what inspired you to start creating your organic farm?
Oh, you see, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, there was hardly any, prevalence of cancer as a disease in the country, right? You all know that the train that goes from Punjab into Rajasthan, it's called cancer train because it's the farmers who are using so much pesticide in the farm. They get affected by it. They themselves are getting cancer. I mean, they still don't realize it that why that is happening. There's another belt I know in Karnataka, it's central Karnataka, that is also becoming like it's a paddy belt. That is also becoming like Punjab, where cancer, issues are rising, and then people get affected by it. So it deeply affects a person like me, who believed does I can do my research and try and figure out why. Then it is all in the food, mostly in the food. Of course, lung cancer is from the pollutants outside, but whatever is happening in the body, it's all because of food, and we are blindly eating stuff. We don't know who's putting what in this thing. I can give you an example. In my own farm, close by farmers who use herbicide like Roundup, they just do not know what is the material. They only know it kills the plants. I mean, how can a chemical which is killing weed there, how is that safe, right? So with all of these, we said no. We need to live healthy, and we need to eat healthy, and allow other people to eat healthy. And I told you, I stopped eating mangoes for a very long time, and I crave mangoes, right? So I said, okay, we do it on our own, and we do it the right way, right? And that is the inspiration for us to get into this, and we continue to work on this over a period of time.
Okay. What were the initial challenges you faced when transitioning to organic farming?
Everybody, including my farmers, the farm hands, everybody said it's not going to work. Everybody. Agriculture universities told me that it's not going to work. Even today, when you go and meet with agriculture universities, they tell you, oh, organic farming doesn't work. Yeah. You've got yield issues, you've got this issue, you've got that issue, and stuff like that. And so that is the first challenge. You want to do it, but suddenly everybody's telling you, don't do this, right? But I had a very different feeling. I had a very different understanding of this. I said, the soil is already spoiled. It takes a couple of years for it to cut back. Once it is back, then the soil takes care of itself. Just like the forest, right? Who puts anything in forest? Nobody puts anything. But why are the trees growing so big? Why are they growing just next to each other? Right? We give 30 feet spacing between trees, but why are trees growing at 2 feet distance, right? So there's mycelium inside, and mycelium does a lot of things within the soil. So keeping that in mind, there's a true belief. So we pushed on and pushed on and pushed, not believing what everybody is saying, that this is all business outside. So once we started off, right? So I'll give an example. So this year we have planted Shali variety of paddy. This Shali variety of paddy needs very little water. There's no standing water, right? And there are a lot of other farmers who put Shali variety of this thing, and they put this fertilizer and that fertilizer, whatever, right? My variety, what we have grown, it is from their own seeds. The seeds are, from the farms nearby. The one that we grew, it is at double the height of all the paddy that is grown across. So everybody is coming and saying, how come you're not put any government fertilizer? They call it Sarkari government fertilizer. How is your produce growing so well? It is so healthy. It is so vibrant. Why is ours not, right? So the answer is that it's because of soil. Soil has been prepared for last 14 years. And that is the soil and the organic fertilizers that we are given, whatever is grown and developed within the farm. That is the reason. So everybody has come and seen. Everybody has this question saying, how come? Yeah. So our work now is to encourage these people to shift little by little, right, and get to this stage for themselves. Yeah.
Okay. And how did you acquire knowledge and skills related to organic farming practices?
It is, if you are curious, you can figure out anything in the world. Right? So be curious. Yeah. If you do not have answers, you will ask somebody, go out, you will experiment, you will learn from it, you will fall, you will get up, you will fall, you will get up. And there will be a day when you will smile happily because whatever you're doing is working. It's a hard road, like any other skill. You want to do any other job, any other this thing. It's always you fall and get up, you fall and get up, right? You don't get it right on the first time. It never happens. In any job, the same here. All you need to, there is a lot of knowledge, there's a lot of understanding within a lot of people who are all over the place, villages and stuff like that. I've gone to small villages to pick up the local seeds, which they have been preserving over generations. Try and understand from them, what practices they undertake. And then a lot of people are doing it out of interest. They're doing it, yeah. And you learn from them, and then you implement it.
Okay. And what role did community involvement play in the development of your organic farm?
See, the role of community was negative at first. It was negative. Everybody in and around us, when we started planting mango, they all came and said, "Oh, it's not going to work for you." I still remember it. Probably for 3 or 4 years or 5 years, I think, people only told us it's not going to work. You're not going to have good material, whatever it is. Today, all of these people, they come and buy mangoes. They say, "Oh, this quality we don't get. Even our trees, mangoes are not as good as yours," right? So it's a proof that it works. Has the community changed its behavior at the moment? Slowly and steadily. We are part of a lot of 250 different farmers who are growing organic or naturally grown mangoes in the group. We all share with each other, and now there's a lot of acceptance. Earlier certification, everything else. Certification we started. Because we started, we got another 10, 15 farmers involved, and everybody else is, organic certified today. Because it was our initiative. We brought the certifiers and we said, "Okay, we want NPOP, please come." Yeah. So we've got another 15 farmers involved with us. It's a group certification, correct? And that is how it has changed. Now everybody understands it. Once they see produce, when they see the sitafal we have, they say, "Oh, market ones are not tasty. Market ones are not tasty. How come?" Right? Then they understand that it is the basic work that has gone, and which is what is creating that.
Okay. And can you highlight some of the sustainable practices you implemented on your farm?
The biggest sustainable practice for us is no tilling and no burning. Right? So there's zero burning in the farm. Right? So we don't burn anything. Everything that we produce goes back into the farm, either into the the pit where we're growing and developing the fertilizer, or under the trees and mulching and everything else, right? So one of the biggest sustainable factor is the carbon content of the farm, right? So we use a lot of jute jute growth in the farm. So we put seeds all over. Rainy season, the jute just grows, right? Jute is a very robust material. It is a fantastic carbon producing plant. And then you mulch it. It goes along with the soil. It gives suppleness to the soil. It gives nutrients, right? It's a Dvidora. It's a seed which has. It's like a any dal, correct? So that is jute. And then you mix the crop up. You have a little bit of this, little bit of that on the same soil. You rotate, and so that's the sustainability of the soil is maintained, and it grows and develops and stuff like that. So those are the practices that we have.
Okay. And were there any specific setbacks or obstacles you encountered during these 14 years?
The obstacles in the initial days is the team. The team is not good, your work is not done. Yeah. So we had a challenge with the team for at least 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years, we didn't do anything. The farm was just there. Yeah. So we couldn't do anything because the team was not in place. But once a team came in, and that team has stayed with me for almost 11, 12 years. It's a fantastic team. They know everything that's needed to be done. They were skeptical in the initial days. Now they've understood and they practice whatever we've been doing very diligently every year. We've got a plan. They go by the plan. If I'm there, not there, it doesn't matter. Things move on. So my knowledge, whatever I had learned, there's a successful transfer of that into the team. But there's a lot of issues to begin with, right? The second hardship is to get the right sapling, get the right seedling, right? Every seed that you buy today is coated with poison, which goes into the soil, right? I completely hate that scenario. Why should seed be poisoned? There are methods to preserve seeds. There are people, there are movements in India where people are able to preserve seeds for years together in a natural method, but the commercial companies don't use it. They coat it with poison and put it. So you have to go out in the market to find out the right seed. It's a difficult task, but once you've gone out there, now connections are made. Now just a phone call, people will send the seeds in, and things like that. It took time, but those are the hardships.
Okay. And how have you seen the impact of organic farming on soil health and biodiversity?
If you come to the farm, if you just go around the farms, nearby, you will not find butterflies. You'll not find bees. You'll not find, any activity in the soil. The soil is dead, right? There's nothing happening in the soil, right? While you come to this farm here, the mycelium neural network is very active. It's all over the place because we not only give it externally, but also soil has its own method to do that. One thing you all should know is mycelium is a neural network in the soil. What it does, it allows communication between one plant and another plant, right? So in forest it does it. If there is some issue with another plant, mycelium network is the one which transfers nutrition from one tree to other tree, and trees share this. The one which has got excess will give it to the one which is this thing. So the whole activity is at a very different level. The farm is full of birds, insects, and bees, right? Bees come, they will put their comb. We don't extract honey from that. So they come, develop their honeycomb, work in the farm. They'll go away, they'll come back, they'll go away and come back. Right? It's a very interesting work that happens, right? And the other interesting thing that is important is birds. Birds are prolific forest builders. What they do, example, I've got a fencing all over the farm, right? Every 5 feet or 10 feet, you'll find a neem tree, which just grows, right? It sprouts and it grows itself. There's no fertilizer, there's no water, there's no management of those trees. They're just there. Why are there? Because I've got neem trees all over my farm. And the neem fruits, if people have not eaten it, you should eat it. When the neem fruits are yellow, they're sweet. I don't know if any of you guys know, but they're sweet. Yeah, there's a birds are they devour the seeds, they eat those fruits, and they sit on the fence to drop the seeds. Those seeds are already potent because they are mixed with the gut bacteria of the birds, and when they drop and when they sprout in rainy season, those trees are the healthiest of trees, right? So I've got probably 100 neem trees that I brought from nursery to put it. They take 5 years to reach a certain level. These trees, the same level they reach in 2 years, and no input, zero input, right? No fertilizer, no chemicals, no pesticides, no water. Not even a single drop of water has been externally given to those plants, but they grow and stand and grow and very healthy. This thing. So that is what it does. So in our farm, the another sustainable practice is there are certain fruits that we leave it to birds and insects and even monkeys, right? Leave it. They'll come, they'll eat. They will, put the seed somewhere. They don't eat seeds. They'll put the seed somewhere, and the tree grows by itself, either here or in the forest nearby. Yeah. So that is the behavior from us on sustainability side.
Okay. How has the local ecosystem and wildlife responded to your organic farming methods?
See, because I don't use honey harmful this thing, so the birds and bees and insects community, snakes, reward snakes, because snakes are there, what peacocks, right? So the predator prey connections are there. They're all part of the farm. They come and go, right? So they are in the farm every day, morning, evening. Find a lot of peacocks. And what do peacock do? Peacock are predators. They control snake population. We don't do anything to those guys, but they also eat insects, right? So there are a lot of birds. Birds are insect eating. So if we were not organic, if we were heavily chemical based, so there would be no insects in the farm. So it upsets the whole cycle. Everything is a cycle within ecosystems, right? Everyone is connected to somebody. Everything is connected to something. Yeah. So if you break that cycle in between, both upstream and downstream gets broken. That is what we don't do.
Okay. There's a couple of more questions. What advice would you give to others looking to embark on a similar journey of organic farming?
Yeah. It is not easy. It is difficult. It takes some time for you to get your soil prepared, whatever. Once the soil is prepared, one thing I can assure you is that your produce is going to be of very high quality. I'll give an example. We all eat green leafy vegetables and everything else, right? The vegetables we grow in the farm and we sell it in a particular shop here. We help the local organic shop to sell. Those customers are stunned because the whole taste of the vegetable is very different. It is not my words, right? These are customers' words, right? They say, why is this vegetable so different in taste? It is because the ingredients are pure. The fruit, the vegetable is pure, right? There's no external ingredients in it, right? And if the soil content is strong, the same soil content is transferred to the plant, which gets stored in the leaves and fruits and everything else, right? That is why, and there's a variety of nutrients. This is not just one NPK or DAP. So that is the difference, right? So the messaging is that you can create one for yourself. You eat healthy for yourself, right? First, yeah. Then you take it to market, and because you're doing this, because there are customers who will value what you're doing. You have to find them, work with those customers. You can get a premium on the product, right? And you'll be able to sell. And I know organic farmers who just produce and sell it off to the local guy. So example, yeah. So you take haldi, yeah, good produce, good product. After season is over, right? You can easily sell it for 800 rupees, 1,000 rupees a kilo in the local markets, in the retail market. Possible, right? I'm sure you would have gone to your, some store, go and check it out. 100 grams of haldi, at 100 rupees. Yeah, so kg is 1,000 rupee. But then when farmer grows haldi, and when they have to go and dump the rhizomes, the fingers in the market, they are paid 50 to 60 rupees per kg. Yeah. And there are people who got monopoly. Go to Sangli, there are only 3 buyers where whatever rate they give, you have to pay. You see the difference? The difference is this. So if you produce a good product, if it is pure, if it is this, the farmers need to find a market for themselves, right? Even if it is to start off with slowly, right? And once they are able to find that market, have a little bit of capability to hold some produce, right? Keeping seasonality in mind, Yeah, don't sell everything in one go. At least some stock you keep so that off season you can sell it for higher price. So that is what is needed. It's totally missing. It's similar like any other business, right? Demand supply. The demand is more, the rates are high. Supply is more. Tomato last week was 200 and today is 14 rupees. There's demand supply issue. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now we have the last question. What future plans do you have for your organic farming after this successful 14 years?
We grow, we diversify in products. We are going to we've got around 10, 12 different products now. We are adding product lines to it. So I may not grow, but I'll collaborate with somebody who's genuine like us, who's certified like us, who's put in a lot of effort in doing things in a certain way. To collaborate, we'll take their products out, and we'll create that marketplace for the products. So we'll only work on unique products. We're not going to work on staple material and go to market with it. Yeah, that is the game plan for us. And we're happy to note that in probably another 15 days we'll be out in the market promoting whatever products we are growing. We are already doing it in a subtle way. We are connected to different markets. We are trying to build networks in either Jakarta or Hong Kong, wherever these markets, because there's connection that we had, and we are working with those connections. Every business is all about connection, right? To the right customer. You can't stand there and cry and say, "Oh, I can't sell it." Every farmer has an opportunity to go out in the market to sell to, build their own customer base. So last year and year before that, every mango farmer in my region, they had only one crib. Sir, I grow, but I can't sell. Right? So consistently, we've been working on this. They're putting that effort to go out and meet customers. So I'm happy to say in the last 2 years, at least half of the farmers have done their own sales. They found their customers, they have delivered to them, they have replaced products when there is an issue, right? So it is happening. So it's a movement. Slowly, this will grow over a period of time, and that is what we want to do.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Anand, I don't see any more questions from our participants. So now we have come to end of question round. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we'd like to thank you for the detailed talk and answering all the questions in depth. And it was very inspiring story. And we also like to thank all the participants for joining this meeting. The meeting will now be closed.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.